Okay, so the purple punch rootstock. I pulled it out. I want to show you. Now, I don't know what happened to it, but somehow I've stripped about half of the end off of this. So it would have been longer, but also in my experience, if I had a Jiffy Puck, it would have been half the length that it currently is. So, yeah, it's not just aerial roots with these plants. They have a true taproot if you direct sow. If you put them in cups like this, it's going to disappear. It's just going to be the aerial roots because the taproot hits the bottom and then it goes, okay, I need to spread out. This is a pheno hunt. This is not for production. This is not for getting me all them good nugs. No, this is a pheno hunt. This all right here, except that and that and that one are all my genetics. This is all my genetics. These are not here. These are not here, and these are not here. But most of these plants are mine. I'm trying to push the plants to the limits of what they can take. That's why they're ugly. That's why they're sad. I've got some over there that are more watered the way the industry likes, and they're just not doing as good. These ones here were really sad in the last video, but I started watering them like these plants, and now they look happy. These ones need less water. Also keep in mind, normally when I show you a video, it's between 20 minutes and an hour after I have watered. So the soil is always going to be wet. The plant that dries back to the point where the leaves are all flat and pointed straight down, you're stunting your plant doing that. It's that simple. You might see an explosion of growth after you water, but that means the plant has not been growing the entire time it's been waiting for that water. I know it looks like I might be overwatered. I don't have a humidifier in here. There's no humidifier, there's no humidity control. It is what it is. It's whatever it's going to be. Some days it's 80%, some days it's 100%, some days it's down at 10%. Those days the plants look real bad. Now I mitigate this a little bit. I'll take my hose and I'll just kind of quickly go over them like that, right? And then I hit the ground, I hit him behind them. You know, I'll wet the floor. That's why I got this pond liner down. But that all, and you might say, oh, that's too much water, you're drowning them. No, I'm not. It's barely enough to make the leaves wet. Oh, I didn't touch those ones over there. They're gonna be sad if I don't. So they get that much. That's it. That's it. That's all you gotta do. So, yeah. And I'm gardening, and I'm using a hose, so I can't tell you exactly how much I'm putting in there. But no one plant is getting anything more than like 3 or 4 ounces of water at any given point in time. So it's not a lot. It's really not a lot. Now I've got some like this one, like those ones, like this one. They just didn't take off. But it's not watering. They're in the middle of everything else. That's why I say it's not water related. I've got this worm bin here. This is how I keep my worms stocked. I pulled all the, cover crop out of this, and I just laid it on top of here. The bedding is just some paper towel to keep the layers separate, because they're already eating the... Anyway, I want them to have somewhere where they can nest, their little worm tail, underneath, so I don't have to water this every day, because I was having to water it every day before I put the layers in. So that's another thing. You got to be careful with this, because if too much water, will mold. Not enough worms, will mold. You'll get fungus gnats. I haven't gotten my pomegranates outside yet. We had a couple days where it was like 8 degrees at night, and they'll just, every leaf will drop, and then it'll take a month or maybe 3 months to get their leaves back. Don't mind the trash. I'm still working on getting this place cleaned up. Today I'm gonna be taking all these empty cups out and spreading these girls out some, because they need it. They need the space. Even giving them space, not in the soil but above the soil, they will get bigger. Like where is it? This one. Oh, how branchy that already is. You know. So, yeah. Roots is one that I haven't had on the channel much. There it is. Roots. Okay, you see the roots coming out the bottom. It's got a very vigorous root structure. Not the biggest top, but I mean, let's grab the tallest plant here. Okay, its roots are less. So that's why I labeled that one roots, because, well, that's kind of an important trait. I have looked quite extensively, and I haven't found any that have them out the bottom like that. Right? And you can see that there is a fair bit of dryback happening with these roots, where they don't have any water to continue growing out. So, contrary to popular belief, I don't think I'm overwatering. What else can I show you? I think that's it for today. Like this one here is damaged in such a way it too split into. But it's, again, different from this one. Where is this one? I can't show you because I'm too zoomed in. There we go. This one, which is doing good, but as you can see, it's got two very different tops on it. And no, none of these plants are going to be preying up the vapor. Well, this one's not doing terribly, but that's because it's probably closer to a desert plant than a swamp plant. These are like swamp plants. It's the way they were grown. They're grown outside. The parent plants were grown outside for generations. Then I got some seed from two separate growers and crossed those. Made this. It looks terrible right now, but I've had setups better in the past, and like I haven't found anything, even autoflowers, that can keep up with its growth rate when it's growing properly and good. You can see the sativa starting to come through on a lot of these. You know, some of these less so. Like you can start to see real differences in these plants. Don't mind my dirty hands. I was digging in the dirt. But yeah, so that's the plan for today. I'm gonna get those cups out of here, spread these out some, and we'll see what happens with it. Soon I will start feeding, and I will up pot, but I gotta get that soil mixed in and that soil mixed into the soil that I got over that way. It should be enough to get my 3 gallons put out. But I have to have sex on these plants, and I have to know that they're not gonna herm on me before I give them a premium container, because I don't have the soil to waste on up plotting 90 plants. I just don't have it. So that's why they're still in the cups. They shouldn't still be in the cups. They should have been up potted a couple of weeks ago, but they're gonna be in the cups for a couple more weeks likely, until they all show me sex and they show that they're not gonna herm. And how am I gonna test if they're gonna herm? Well, I'm gonna just do the blue light test, and obviously they're stressed already, so if any are gonna be unstable and herm on me, I get to throw them out early and not waste soil, time, feed, and water on them for months longer than I need to. That's my reasoning. It's honestly the best explanation I can get you. Sorry for rambling for so long. Y'all enjoy your Sunday. Okay, thanks, bye.